and then work them after that till you get them worn down. So they come out strong, and I'm sure we'll see that again in this bout and the bouts to follow.
Well, of course, everybody involved in these bouts, some young guys, as we saw earlier, and also some very well experienced boxers. We certainly saw that from the Israel Reyes in the first bout for Mexico, and now we're going to see some experience from the Canadian side and Andrew Kooner.
Andrew Kooner, he's been in this game for quite a while. He's one of the most seasoned veterans with the Canadian team. He's going to the Olympics again. It's his second time to the Olympics. And his opponent here, Abner Mares, is also going to be at the Olympics. We may be seeing a precursor to an event that takes place in Athens later this year.
In the red corner, from Tecumseh, Ontario, the 2004 Canadian champion, member of the 2004 Canadian Olympic team, Andrew
Kooner.
Kooner has been here many times before. And the Regina crowd really likes this guy. This is about in the 54-kilo class. And as Scott mentioned, very good chance these two could end up meeting again in Athens with a lot more on the line. We shall see.
Certainly. I mean, what we're going to see here is a lot of both these boxers. I'm not sure, but you may be some hesitancy just to feel each other out because they know the possible event of meeting up against each other in Athens. So they're going to want to learn from this bout as well as win this bout.
Good right hand from Kooner, I should say. Mares just missing now. He goes to the left.
I think what we're seeing already from Andrew Kooner is where our last Sheba, the last Canadian boxer, was relying a lot on his hands for his defense. Andrew here relies on his feet and move out of the way and anticipates punches very well.
Mares seems to be more comfortable trying to brawl.
That's fairly typical of the Mexican team, and he does a fairly good job of it.
Mares with the left-right combos. Caution given to both boxers. Well, these guys going right toe-to-toe.
This is great action here. I think what Andrew should do here is try to use more of a direct blow straight and be hit inside the Mexican boxer's punches. As we've seen here, Warren, is they're throwing from outside in, like long looping hooks, and it leaves the center open. But the pressure from the Mexican boxers are relentless.
Jersey has to be tucked in for Mares, who has opened up a 10-8 lead here with about 30 seconds to go in the first round. Kooner trying to measure up at his opponent, and down it goes Kooner with a quick left hand. You don't see that very often.
You don't see that very often, especially when Andrew landed a punch just as he took a punch. In effect, they both scored a scoring blow that time. One thing you have to realize in the Chowdhury scoring system in amateur boxing is the 8 count does not give a point advantage to the boxer that does not receive it, the one who landed the punch.
Wild right misses from Kooner, and that is the end of a very entertaining first round with Abner Mares of Mexico holding a slim 1-point lead. Boy, those guys left nothing in the tank, did they?
No, they certainly didn't. And I mean, Abner Mares, he comes out strong, and you could tell he's comfortable getting right in the face of the Canadian boxer.
Oh, well, we probably get a look here very soon of the knockdown that Mares scored. You see Kooner trying to measure up his opponent, and then all of a sudden he went down. Right there. Oh, my.
Yeah.
Left hook right to the side of the head.
And again, it came from the outside. It's a power punch. It's a little bit more telegraphed. but when it gets through, it's a hard punch, and that's what the Mexican team's here to do, is to do some damage early in the fight, as opposed to a more tactical style of the Canadians, which are really playing the points and trying to rack them up. But hey, it's good action, and we've got a close fight, 1 point apart.
Mares nailed with a right-left combo from Kooner. Kooner trying to establish the right hand. Boy, one thing about Mares, he's not giving Kooner much time, is he? He's, you know, whenever there's a break, he's right back to the attack.
Yeah, his comfort zone is right in front of Kooner's face. But I'll tell you, what I'm seeing here is I'm seeing some connecting blows from both sides, but so far this round, the judges have only scored the Mexican boxers with any points. Andrew Kooner has still not scored a point yet this bout. There's his first point.
Maybe another one right there with the right hand. Yes, indeed. Kooner missing with the rights and the lefts, although he connects with the right to the belly.
Typical of the last round, the Mexican boxers come out strong, and they're scoring points early. And then Kooner, in the middle part of this round as the last, he's making a little bit of a comeback on points. He just has to finish strong.
Tight match to this point. 30 seconds to go in the second round. Kooner going to the right jab and then a left to the belly. Unable to count anything.
You see, Warren, even when the Mexican boxers, they get tired, their hands tend to drop, but they still don't take a step back. It's almost like they're willing to take that punch in order to give one.
And that is the end of round 2, and it is Abner Mares of Mexico with a 4-point lead on Andrew Kooner of Canada. 2 Olympians who could well be facing each other once again in Athens.
I think the question here, Warren, that we'll have to look forward to as this bout in particular progresses is the conditioning level of the Mexicans. Typically, they're well conditioned. Maybe if we look to the replays that are shown here, they stay in your face, they come hard. You almost want your boxer to, you know, be smart defensively, score points, and weather the storm. The only thing is with the Mexican team, I don't know if the storm ever ends. I think it may just continue to go on for the full 2 minutes of each of the 4 rounds.
Well, as you say, it looked like Kooner was scoring with a few more blows than he actually got credit for. And Mares has the 4-point lead heading into round 3. Eduardo Garcia, the referee. Kooner going right to the attack. Scores with the left hand. Right to the belly. That counts.
Yeah, this is part of the strategy of Andrew Kooner. I mean, he knows that the Mexicans are going to come at him. They're going to be strong. There's going to be lots of punching. I mean, the place for him to get into a brawl isn't in the first 2 rounds, nor is it at any point in time. But he wants to be more aggressive as the fight progresses, not at the start. And that's what we're seeing now. I think it's to his advantage. I'd still like to see him throw more straight punches, though.
By Kooner, and he's piling up some points. He's now 1 behind Mares. Misses with the overhand right. And actually, Mares turned his back, and now given the standing 8 count. Kooner has now grabbed the lead, and the fans are loving it here at the Saskatchewan Center.
he's received a caution for a low blow from the Mexican official, which is almost a little ironic after what we seen last bout.
Good right hand from Kooner. Here comes Mares coming back, wailing away. Now they're both going toe-to-toe. One boxer connects, the other comes right back and scores. Another right from Mares to the head. A right from Kooner.
There was that straight right we were talking about.
And now a left. Very entertaining third round as these two boxers dead even.
Warren, really is anybody's bout at this point. And I obviously the score indicates it, but I also think that we've seen that with the two different styles. I mean, we've made some question as to whether Andrew's getting full credit for the blows that he's connecting with, but let's not take anything away from Mares either. He is throwing a lot and he is scoring a lot. It's a great bout between two top amateur athletes.
As I mentioned, when one connects, the other comes right back and is able to answer.
Absolutely, and again, that goes a long way to setting the tone for Athens as well. You don't want to let anybody think that getting into the ring with you is going to be an easy match.
Well, yeah, the last thing you want to do, especially if it's an opponent you could well see, you don't want that opponent to kind of get in your head a little. You want to, you know, and certainly the winner of this will certainly have a load of confidence going into Athens, knowing that he's been able to beat his opponent. The fourth and final round with the bout all tied. Good left from Kooner. And he comes back with the right.
Nice straight right.
Picking his spots now. Oh, another right connects. Shot by Mares after the break was given. No caution. Kooner tagged there by a left hand. And now he's Kooner dragged against the ropes.
The referee's got to be a little bit more aggressive in stopping this. The action's at a standstill with both people clinching, or not a standstill, but I mean it's not boxing at that point. It's just grabbing.
Kooner going to the body. And the left hand connected. Now he's another left, now a right. Kooner starting to take control here in this fourth round. We've got under a minute to go. Now time has been called as Mares wants to get his headgear adjusted. Fans booing this, but
well,
does he want a little breather here?
Yeah, I tend to think so. As you can see, he's been fairly aggressive, and I wouldn't doubt if he needed a break.
Two boxers slugging it out. Each one scoring blows. Kooner again with a right hand to the belly. Right connects. Another right to the midsection. 10 seconds left in the bout. Oh, and a good straight right hand from Kooner connects.
Yeah. Some of the wind's out of his sails.
Another standing eight, or was that just called?
No, it's an equipment.
Equipment malfunction. Well, there's hardly any time left there anyway.
There's basically
over.
Basically no time left in the bout. All Andrew has to do here is a little bit of footwork, stay out of range, and this bout is over.
We've got zeros written on our clock, but
yeah, it'll ring right away.
And there it is. Yeah. That's the end of the bout, and it was entertaining. I'll give you that. Those two guys were just wailing away. Leather flying, and that's what you really like to see, and that's the great thing about amateur boxing. You see a lot of that compared to the professional game, where there's a lot of feeling out process. You don't have much time in amateur boxing. You've got to get at it.
Yeah, especially when you're fighting this Mexican team. I mean, there's not a long feeling out process, and if you wait, you may not like what you feel anyway. So there's a lot of leather in your face. But Andrew Kooner, I think he boxed a very smart bout. He used technique to his advantage, and timing was, I think, key. He didn't, like I say, get into that brawl early. He spaced it out a little bit, became more aggressive as the fight went on, kept steady pressure, and I think Mares wore himself out a little bit.
Brian Raymond with the decision.
And the winner of bout number 2, on points, 55-46. From the red corner, Andrew Kooner.
You know what's amazing, Scott, is that the judges have a real hard time, I would have to think, seeing what scores and what doesn't when they're just flying in there. So